right now.
65 degrees, and though she should be out enjoying all that Madison has to offer on a 65-degree mid-November afternoon.
On the terrace.
She's joining us now, our sorority correspondent. It's the Sorority Sports Report with Kappa Kate. Kate Sutton joins us. Kate, welcome back, our returning champion. How are things?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
We're fantastic. What was Madison like? Well, what's Madison like on a
it's got to be crazy today.
It is beautiful today. I unfortunately have another exam tonight, but I decided I'm going to go study on the terrace this morning. I know you just said that. So I've been spending all morning and just came straight from there to make sure I can make the show.
How does that work? Friday night exams. This is so foreign to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, they keep them open like on now that Canvas came out and online exams became a thing. I always somehow get stuck with the Friday night exams. I unfortunately.
Okay, see now I use Canvas, right? I have to use it because it's a University of Wisconsin system thing. How are your professors with that? Do they lock the drop boxes on you so you can't turn stuff in if you're late?
Yeah, the due dates are harsh. Everything. Oh yeah, like you got to get stuff in, especially with the do you guys use Honor Lock? Do you proctor your exams at all? Because
I don't even know what that means.
So essentially, to make sure kids that are taking exams online aren't cheating, you have like a video recording in your top right corner, and we have Honor Lock, and so that's what Canvas uses specifically.
Well, I don't even give exams, so
I'm jealous of those kids.
I do a final project, but I don't lock them because they always go, hey, can I turn it in? I said, yeah, but it's time coded, so I know if you're late. I don't care when you turn it in; it is time coded. What's the best excuse you've ever used on a professor when you blew off an assignment? I bet you haven't, though.
She's never done
I bet you haven't. You've never blown off an assignment, have you?
I will be honest. No, I have a very meticulous Canvas to-do list. That's I am a very anxious student. I cannot miss a deadline. I will tell you that.
She's like Hunter in that regard.
No, that's a good thing, not missing deadlines. That's good.
Yes,
it's a good behavior to take with you for life.
And this is Goofus and Gallant. Hunter and Kappa Kate are like Gallant, and me and you just the idiots.
I've been working on it for a few years now. I finally perfected the system to make sure, but
way to go, Kate. Okay, we got a lot to ask, but it's a beautiful day on campus. Beautiful day everywhere. You got to take advantage because cold weather is coming in. College kids can still have fun in cold weather. It's just and college kids, KB, as we know, generally go out without wearing coats when it's 10 below out anyway. So
no. You have what's called the liquid blanket most of the time, anyways. If you're going out to bars at that temperature,
it's just the hoodie on a 23-degree game day.
Is. But Kate, there's a couple things we wanted to ask you. First of all, yesterday with Shanna Quinn from the country station down the hall, we were talking about the concept of girl dinner, which I've just found out about. I didn't realize because I came home and my wife wasn't really hungry and we had cheese and crackers. She goes, this is a girl dinner. I'm like, what's that? So we had a discussion with Shanna about that. But then I was thinking about it. We're going to talk to Kappa Kate today. Girl dinner, that's college dinner. Like, what do we got?
Unfortunately, I was just about to say my college apartment is strictly girl dinner. When we're balling on a budget, we have to stick to carrots, hummus, cheese, crackers, whatever we have in the
healthy girl dinner.
Well, yeah, I was going to say there's a little bit of tuna salad left and some saltines. Okay, let's get that's good.
I'll just eat the saltines.
That's pregame.
Yeah. Tonight I have 3 pieces of turkey left, and I have 1 piece of bread. So I'm just going to make it like toast with turkey on top, and that's my girl dinner.
Girl dinner, college dinner, same thing.
Well, I stayed in school between semester or in the summer a couple of times, and one summer I swear we were so poor. There was a point where, we bartended, but all our money went to buy liquor, and put half barrels on our porch because we had a tapper. But there was my roommate and I one time ate, and I'm not lying, mustard toast. All we had was French's mustard and white bread. And we were eating mustard sandwiches, and I just looked at him and go, we should toast this. And it just took it to another level.
I can't lie. That's a new low I have yet to reach.
Hey, you don't want to those
we're never going to get to that low. We
don't want to.
We live there, so you don't have to.
All right. So another thing we were chatting about, Kate, we're asking mostly our male listeners if you carry a wallet, and then it's a thing like, okay, you go out, you don't want to carry a purse and get it ripped off at a bar or lose it at a bar. What's your solution for that? And what do you have to have? Is your student ID and your lifeline on your phone, or is it something you have to carry around? fobs to get into your apartment? What's the setup like for you?
I will admit a purse tends to make an entire outfit. So most of the time, if you're going out with a group of friends, most of the time there's one girl that's dedicated to carrying the purse with them. They're the ones like the designated purse carrier. All most people bring, you bring a debit or credit card and your key fob, and then whatever ID, like whatever's gonna, like wherever you're
Whatever's
going,
fake, whatever's going to get you in.
minimum. Whatever ID is gonna get you in, that's the one you're gonna be bringing. That's the goal for sure.
Okay. So, and then it's always a front pocket type deal, but you guys dress
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
And what when I was in school, the only people that had purses, and it was probably only for about the first 8 weeks of the semester, were freshmen. And you'd see the freshman girls go out and they'd have a purse, you go freshman right away. No, you would know. And then they figured it out. And then
to streamline operations.
Mm-hmm.
And then they figured, the purse doesn't look good with the sweatpants. I'm just going to wear everywhere anyway. So
yeah, no, see nowadays I feel like a purse literally will make or break an outfit. You can wear a trash bag, and if you put a purse on, now it's considered, it's a nice outfit.
All right, that she's accessorizing, KB. Well, you have
accessorizing more nowadays.
Yeah, and you have a foot in the fashion industry and things like that, so we have to appreciate that. But that is funny. But the so your key fob, what about student ID? What does that get you to? You're not on a meal plan anymore because you're off campus, right? But when you had that, when you were in the dorms and stuff, was there an ID with your picture on it that you had to carry everywhere for a lifeline?
Oh yeah, I still have it. Actually, I have to use that before I take an exam every time to show that I am who I am. But yeah, when I was a freshman and had my meal plan and I'd go there every single day, or the beauty of Madison is there's also the meal exchanges. I would always go to Memorial Union and use my meal exchange for the day to get myself something from Rothskeller or Strata, those two really good restaurants. I would carry that with me everywhere because that was my lifeline for any meal tickets. But the second I hit sophomore year and I was off it, I at one point lost it. But you do sometimes need it to get into a gym. So depending on how active you are as well.
I got you. Okay, we're talking to Kappa Kate, Sorority Sports Report, live from Madison with our pal Kate Sutton. All right, I already have inside information on this, so I won't ask. I would ask, what was Madison like after a football victory? Because it's been a while since that happened. And I know it was Parents' Weekend. We talked about it last weekend at the Kappa House. So what was last Saturday like? And then I'm going to follow up with a more specific question about the game.
It was the most energetic I've actually seen our city in weeks, dang near months. Like everyone was cheering in the streets. You'd think like a war was over, truly. Like it's so much excitement. Everyone was cheering and chanting for one another. And I've never felt that type of excitement in a very long time. I was very happy about the win, especially with it being the first snow as well. It truly felt magical throughout the entire night.
Okay, because that game ended with students storming the field, and I have sources close to my situation say that you left the game early because you weren't dressed appropriately. And I want to know how much FOMO you have that you didn't get to go on the field and get pictures for the gram and hang out with people on the field.
Here's my defense. Yes, it was freezing, but my group didn't want to stay. I had to stick with the crowd. And unfortunately, Madison fans were very few and far between in the stands. I'm not sure if people were able to see, but the two upper bowls, like they weren't even filled. Like it was literally just the lower level filled. So the second my friends wanted to go, I was like, all right, I guess we have to leave.
Well,
and then
you were the designated purse carrier.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I had no choice. And then my dad left, and then we're all having dinner together. And all of a sudden I'm seeing it's 4 minutes left on the game clock and we are still winning. And I am half a mile away. And I looked at my friends and go, who's coming back with me? No one said yes. Then it's up to me. And I said, screw it. I'm running by myself. And I ditched the group and I sprinted all the way back to Camp Randall. And again, that's where the energy was. As I'm running, people are leaving the game and they're cheering for me and screaming like Madison won. I was getting high fives as I'm running back. And then I wasn't able to get back in because I had left the game. And once it hits the fourth quarter period of time, the cops say you have to leave. Right. But I tried. I can say I tried. I put myself out there. I sprinted half a mile.
You tried. All right. But you're a gamer for making it. Like, when did you guys leave the game? Was it before halftime or was it?
We left at halftime.
At halftime. Okay.
We got there right away and left right at halftime.
Okay. And full disclosure though, your dad didn't even make it to the game. He didn't go to the game. It's too cold. He had to be watching at a bar.
My dad? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Him and his buddy. Oh, no.
because we're
yeah.
of this of a similar vintage to Brian Sutton. We know
you figured it out. My dad had his buddy with him, and they had a beer calling their name at the bar across the street. So we went there, and all of us met with them afterwards.
My son wouldn't even ask; he would know the answer to that.
Of course,
Oh, yeah.
My
you
dad's
guys
not
go
coming.
have fun.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and we'll be watching on TV
Yeah.
warm, and we'll have the credit card open. So when you come in, it's like drinks will
That's
flow.
exactly what my dad did. And, bless his soul for that one, because we were freezing. I won't lie.
I've always wanted to know this. Going to Badgers games, what's the deal with and you see it at Packers games, different colors, of course, with the striped red and white overalls, but one flap down.
I don't know. I actually wish I could tell you, and that's a question I've been asking since freshman year.
No, really?
Yes, and it's a style choice by guys that like to wear it. I don't know. I wish I could tell you, because there's no rhyme or reason to it in my eyes. I tried to bib on once, and I thought it would literally was the style, is that you couldn't even put it up on your shoulder. It's just a style choice by guys, and I guess it's a trend that has lasted over years. And I mean, if you feel more confident, I mean, it looks great no matter what. I love the bibs, but I don't understand why one has to be down, because I swear it's almost like
I go, where did that come from?
That's perplexing. And then there's something that Kate will be encountering next year, is that every girl that graduates from college, cap gown and white dress, like that's the uniform. Like everybody.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if there's a memo that goes out or if it's a rule. But have you started shopping for white dresses for graduation?
I actually think it is more of a rule. I'm not sure if it is a rule. I just remember back in high school too, it was a requirement. You had to wear a white dress or something like that. So we all had my white dresses, but no, already my friends and I we're trying to see if we can find matching white dresses or something like that for our senior pictures.
Because the Kappas are all going to be like,
Here's another one. Since we're talking about graduation, can how much would it cost us? What would you charge us on the top of your mortar board to put Kappa Kate and Drew and KB?
for rent.
That's all I need. Pay my rent and I'm set. Do
there you go. Yeah, this space for rent. Well, yeah, she is
KB on the top.
You're in marketing and management. That's going to be a good.
We're idea people. We don't follow through.
Yeah, no, you should get.
We don't follow.
You should be an influencer anyway, and have somebody should rent that space from you. I think that'd be,
That's a good point. I need to start marketing myself a little bit more. Put myself out there. Capitalize on it.
We're willing to help. Which, by the way, have you had any inquiries from people who want to sublet your apartment while you go over to Italy next semester?
Not yet. Guys, I've been posting to Facebook. Anyone, seriously, please reach out. Kappa Kate is looking for a subleaser before I go abroad.
Right.
We have a lovely apartment. Trust me.
I've seen pictures. It looks very nice. Looks much nicer than the hive of scum and villainy that I lived in my junior year in college, for sure.
Well, Smile saw when my son was his apartment his junior year was right across the street. They converted an old hotel to dorms, and there were 5 people, but it was the penthouse. So they had 2 floors. Oh yeah. See, look at your
Smith Hall.
No, he was at St. Louis.
Yeah. He was at St. Louis. We had something similar happen to us at Madison. They changed the hotel to a dorm.
Yeah. And he had the top and bottom. And so he would go to his bedroom up the elevator because the only stairs were like a big spiral staircase in the middle of the living room, which of course they had a beer bong on. Why wouldn't you?
How could you not? Obviously.
I mean, hardwood floors that were sticky as all get out. And Johnny Vegas was with me. And I looked at my son when I saw it for the first time. I said, God, do I feel bad for you? And he says, why? I go, you got nothing on your kids.
No, that's true.
You're going to say to your kids, oh, what are you bitching about this for? When I was in school, I had to live in a penthouse. I mean, don't get me wrong. They trashed it.
Of course.
Yeah, because of course, again, rite of passage in a college apartment has to get trashed at some point. So,
and we had 6 guys, 1 shower.
Oh, I don't even want to think.
And my bedroom was the walk-in closet.
Yeah, we've had similar setups.
Yeah.
My parents came to visit me one time, and there was a guy on the couch sleeping because he worked like weird hours and stuff. Like, is that his? I'm like, that's his room. He's in the living room.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Guys, anyone that's trying to sublease from me, don't fret. We all have our own bedrooms. Yes, there's a shared bathroom, but that's the worst
That's
of it.
okay. All right.
You are not having 6 people in one bathroom. I'll tell you that.
All right, Kate, go take your exam, have fun, and then have yourself a great weekend. And we will catch up with you again next Friday.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week.
All right. Kappa Kate with the Sorority Sports Report. Always good to catch up with a report from Madison, from, the front lines of what it's like to be a student. I'm so jealous of Kate and everybody who's in college. I really am.
Not the only one.
Yep.
I still have the mindset.
I'm worried about midterms. Yeah,
I do.
right.
I mean, I realize when I'm teaching to, my kids at school and I talk to them like that, I would, if they said there was a party, I would still go where?
Where?
When should we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much for a cup?
Right.
All right.
$3. We're getting another